with you once again. Welcome to the Sohria Alexander Show. How are you doing, my people? Hello to TV Land, Flow 119, Liberty TV. How are you doing? And also to my radio audience, Liberty 92.3 FM. How are you? And not forgetting my social media audience and those listening on the Liberty Media apps. How you guys doing? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to another exciting episode with me, your girl Soso, on the Sohria Alexander Show. Oh, it's always a pleasure being here with y'all. I am guessing everybody, some of you are taking your downtime by listening and watching to me. The carnival is over. We don't have ash. I'm not Catholic, but I know you'll usually go for your ashes after carnival. But Easter is gone. So I am hoping that you do your little introspection into your personal lives and, just get it together, because it was a lot of revelry, it was a lot of bacchanal, it was a lot of melee. But, it's time to focus on the spiritual side, and I hope you all did that. And, it's always good. Hair should be your cool-off point. Well, I know you'll still have many parties and things going on, but hair should be a point where you just come and you relax and you vibe with me for the next hour. And remember, I've always said to you that the show is from 9 to 10 p.m. This is our slot on radio, television. This is our slot, and you have to be early on time for the show, because there's so many things I want to talk to you about within that hour. And, it is very good that people understand what I am coming here to do, how I speak, how I present things to you, so that you can understand. And we had a very interesting discussion early on in the week, and I know it touched home with a lot of people, because we have to be real. And I know I said to some of you about, that digital, that some American bondholders are now the owners of digital because of them being in this financial predicament, and how many people can lose their jobs, or not can, will. Let's say that the American shareholders right now are saying, well, okay, we're going to change the structure of how things are going to be done. Then we are left with many people out of jobs. And this is why I was saying the government have to think outside the box. This is why I'm saying that we cannot have diplomats sitting in countries making big salaries, living large, and then we are not seeing their productivity. What are you producing? What are you bringing back home, so that the young people, the not so young people, can move forward in getting something, financial benefits as a job for their lives, for their families. So it is a situation where, we have to start thinking, and time is a fleeting. And this is where people have to sit back and say, hey, listen. I've got to reevaluate my life, how things are being done, because the world has changed. And looking at my country, St. Lucia, looking at my country, St. Lucia, the world has left us behind. The world has left us behind. It's like we're not going forward in terms of forward thinking. We need to change the narrative. We need to change the game. Or else, day in, day out, year in, year out, it's going to be the same thing. The same complaints over and over and over again, in terms of people are not able to take care of their financial responsibilities. And we just cannot leave people on their own. We have to be honest. As a government, as people responsible for a country, the private sectors really are under pressure, as I said in my previous I'm sure the private sector, they're under pressure. They're trying to do the best they can. However, the reach that our government has, the private sector doesn't have that. And I will keep saying again, we as a people, we as taxpayers who are paying, just give me a minute. We as the taxpayers who are paying those people's salaries overseas as consulates, as ambassadors, whatever you call them, we need results. We need results. It has gotten to a point where St. Lucians are fed up. When they cannot provide for their families and themselves, they are fed up. St. Lucians do not want excuses again. They want results. And if a people are satisfied, okay, let's say you have a household with 4 people, and 2 out of those people are working, then they can balance something out. But when nobody is working, what can they do? And this is the conversation we must have. It's not an indictment against any administration. It is basically saying to the administration that you need to think outside the box to help our people. Now, what I will do, I will show you the video about Digicel. And like I said to you people, these are the things you should be engaging in and talking with your friends, the young people, engaging, talking. And before, we used to have this powerful youth movement where the young people were like lobbyists, lobbying the government for certain things. But it's like everything has gone to a lull. I'll be honest with you, we're supposed to be more advanced in this new era. But it's like we're backwards. To me, when the young people were in their youth councils or whatever, they were more forthcoming, asking for what they need. But I will be honest with you, it's like nobody is speaking on behalf of the youth. The youth are suffering, the middle age suffering, the older age are suffering. Because what is there really for them to get? Now listen to this video.
A group of American bondholders are now the majority owners of Digicel. But what does that mean for you and your money and your service? I'm Kalila Reynolds, financial journalist and educator based in Jamaica. So Digicel owes this group of bondholders billions of US dollars, and for the past few years, they've been struggling to pay up. So now the American bondholders are taking majority ownership of one of the largest and most well-known brands in the Caribbean and Central America. As part of a new debt restructuring deal, the bondholders now own 62% of Digicel. They'll also have the option to up their stake to 90% through a rights issue. Meanwhile, Digicel founder Dennis O'Brien, who owned 99% of the company, will see his stake dwindle to just 10%. Ouch! So how did we get here? Well, Digicel was founded in 2001 and very quickly became the dominant player in the Caribbean and Central America, operating in 25 countries. But O'Brien borrowed massively to fund this rapid expansion. And who did he borrow from? Well, a large chunk of the money came from 3 American investment firms: PGIM, Golden Tree Asset Management, and Contrarian Capital Management. By 2020, Digicel owed a massive $7 billion US dollars. Around that time, Digicel started having trouble repaying these bondholders. In 2020, the company filed for US Chapter 15 bankruptcy in Bermuda, and this allowed the US courts and foreign courts to cooperate. That same year, the bondholders agreed to write off $1.6 billion US dollars of Digicel's debt. After that, the company sold its operation in Papua New Guinea, and things seemed like they were turning around. But then, their operations in Haiti went to crap when Haiti's president was assassinated in 2021. Plus, the global economy took a nosedive because of the pandemic and rising inflation and interest rates. So that was another hit. So Digicel pretty much ended up right back where it started, owing billions of dollars to bondholders. Cut to July 2023, which is right now, and Digicel has another debt restructuring deal. They reportedly agreed to give up an initial 62% stake in the company to bondholders in exchange for writing off another $1.7 billion of debt. I've seen reports that their debt is now somewhere between 4 and 5 billion USD. And bondholders, like I said earlier, could increase their stake to 90% as they will be allowed to participate in a $110 million rights issue. But that depends on the outcome of the bankruptcy filing in Bermuda. The agreement will also see Dennis O'Brien's stake in Digicel fall to just 10%, but he'll still have a seat on the company's board. Now, despite all of this, Digicel execs say that the company's fundamentals are still good and it's business as usual until the deal is finalized. So what do you guys think of all this? Do you think the new American owners will change things up or try to sell the company? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Go to the link in my bio and tap newsletter for money news like this.
So here it is. I spoke to you about it on my last show, and now I showed you the video. So people, when we sit around and twiddle our fingers as if, oh, everything is okay, there is a lot happening in the financial world, business world around us that we may not be aware of. Are you hearing that on mainstream media? No. You're not going to hear this on mainstream media. So it is going to affect our country. And as I said previously, not only St. Lucia, but it's going to affect many other countries. It's going to affect many other countries. And what do you think is going to happen? Right? Many people will be out of work. And right now, basically, Dennis O'Brien, right? It's like he does not even own this company. Again, it belongs to those three tycoons who owned right now 90% of the business. Are they going to sell it? Are they going to sell? Now, it's the same thing I mentioned to you in my last show. Anxiety is now going to set in for the workers of Digicel in St. Lucia and throughout the Caribbean and wherever they operate. Because will those new shareholders sell the company or keep it? We don't know. Anxiety again. And this is why I keep stressing the fact that we need to put people in position that bring home the bacon in terms of securing financial stability for those young students leaving school, right? For the middle age and not so middle age, so people can have a sense of financial security right now. And it has been, yes, this has been happening to Digicel because I've been following up on this story in terms of their financial standing, and they are very insolvent, and look, the people want their money. So after all is said and done, the shareholders will be doing what is best for their pockets and not for St. Lucia and not for the other Caribbean islands. They are going to be doing what is best for them. It is reality. So this is why we need to wake up. Those who govern and rule our country, they need to arise and awake and start thinking out of the box. How many times must I say that? Yes, the world out there is very rough. Things are extremely rough in St. Lucia, but you have a mandate to think outside the box and create a space where people can live and breathe. People are really, really, really complaining. Like, for instance, when I said, I showed you the last video where they had the young people and telling them go out there, start their business, and when you invest, let me tell you something. If you have a business and you do not have some serious financial solid backing, you're going to end up in problems. You're going to end up in problems. And let me give you real life experience. For instance, we are here, we're doing our show. Our show has expenses. It's a beautiful show, yes, but it has expenses. And then we would go out there looking for advertisers to advertise on our show. It is very difficult to get advertisers, but we realize the advertisers like the carnival, the jazz, and some other things. They like a lot of party. But conscious advertisers, this is the place for you to be. on the Sohria Alexander Show on Liberty 92.3 FM and Liberty TV Flow 119, Sohria Alexander channels, Facebook and YouTube, and on our Liberty Media apps. This is where you need to be. Positive vibrations. Our vibrations are very high. Our vibrations are not low. This is the place you have to be to advertise. And I'm telling you, it is difficult for the young people when they are just young, and you send them out there and you say to them, okay, we're giving you a grant, go out there, you will get business. No, it doesn't work like that. In St. Lucia, I'll tell you how it works. If you don't have links, or a business really love what you do, and your message aligns with them, the standard of your product, the standard of your show, they will come on board. But most things run in St. Lucia through links, and I make no apology about that. Most things run through St. Lucia through links. Somebody will give you somebody's name, or somebody will say, okay, give this person that, or whatever. This is how it works. So when you send young people out there with no experience, no links, with their products, how you expect them to really thrive? They need that solid financial backing. This is the show you have to be on, because I speak reality to you. I speak factual information to you. Now, what you have to do, tell your friends about the show. The show is every Monday and Wednesday, 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Right? Tell your friends about it. Those on the Facebook Live, you can tag your friends or share the live so people can hear the message. We are different. We give you things so you can sit and say, okay, what she says makes sense. We are not living in a fairy tale world. People, if you're going into business, it's not a fairy tale world in St. Lucia. Like, for instance, with a show of my magnitude and the message I am bringing, maybe if I was in the developed world, I would be bombarded with so many advertisements. I would have to reject some because they like the conscious message, and also they love quality. They love quality. So when they want to say to our young people, there's a lot of opportunity here, just go and start a business and you'll make it. Nah, young people, I'm telling you the truth, don't listen to them. If you don't have links, because another thing about it, St. Lucians don't really support you. St. Lucians don't really support you. They would quicker support a foreigner than you. So when you have your business or whatever you're selling, they will not come support you. It is a mindset, a cultural mindset that they have that needs to be changed. And I will show you why I'm saying that tonight again. But before we move on any further, I'm going to take my first commercial break. Don't miss the Sohria Alexander Show every Monday and Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Liberty 92.3 FM and Flow Channel 119 Liberty TV. You can also watch live on Facebook and YouTube on Sohria Alexander channels or through the Liberty Media apps. Join us for captivating content and engage in discussion. Mark your calendars for an incredible experience.
Advertise with us today. Call us at 1758-715-9458 or email us at the Sohria Alexander Show at gmail.com. We will introduce your services, events, and products to a massive audience. Our radio, TV, Facebook, YouTube, and apps is going to boost your sales. Learn more at sohriaalexander.com/services.
Yes, so advertise with us and give us a call. And those who are not businesses, you can always support the show by buying coffees. You take your phone camera, you point it to the Scan Me, and then it's going to just send you across to my Buy Me a Coffee platform where you can purchase coffees. And those who want to purchase stars, you can purchase stars. I realize some people are buying stars. Thank you very much for that, because as I said, this is a top class production. it has expenses, and it's something I want to continue. And I know a lot of people want me to continue because they're loving the shows, especially when I have my senior citizens loving the show, sending me little messages. It's good. It's a show to really calm you and to make you think. Now, back to what I was saying, people. Your past must not define you, should never define you. But what we have realized in this world, and I'm not only talking specific to St. Lucia, but what I have realized in this world is that the world, they are going to hold your past against you. Even if you go before the Holy Father, you go before God, that's what I mean, God, not a man, you go before God and you ask him to forgive you of your trespasses, of your sins, or whatever you have done, and he has really forgiven you. Because think about it, when the pastors or when God tell you come to him, leave all your sins at his feet at the cross and go and sin no more, that means you have been cleansed. But we, the mortal man, always like to hold other people ransom to what they have done in the past. Your past not supposed to define you. You can move on. Your past will always be there, but you should not allow your past to keep you in bondage. Your past should never keep you in bondage. And I am going to show you a video by Steve Harvey. Don't let mistakes define you.
After everything that happened with Miss Universe pageant, I've learned plenty of lessons from this. Whenever something has happened in my life, every time I was elevated to a new position, something seemingly tragic happens along the way. Not so much tragic, but let's just say challenging. And people oftentimes have asked me, how do you keep looking at the positive? Why do you think there's some upside to this? Weren't you embarrassed? Didn't you feel humiliation? Okay, I guess so. I guess it was moments of all of that. I wasn't raised to allow a mistake to determine my future, to erase all that I've done in my life because you've made a mistake. And none of you should do that. None of you should allow a mistake to define the rest of your life. So what, you made a mistake? Get up, go again. Go again. Now, my father taught me to be a man. My mother, though, taught me an equally, if not even more valuable lesson. She was a Sunday school teacher. She taught me about faith. So listen to me. Don't let nobody shake your faith, because it's the only thing that got me through all this. I hope you had a good time. Thank you. Folks, welcome. Thanks for checking out.
Don't let anyone shake your faith, because this is the only thing that you have. Do not allow anyone to shake your faith. This is the only thing you have. And what Steve Harvey said there is testament to me. People have asked me, so why don't you worry? Worry about what? Worry is of the devil. What you have to do, you have to learn from your past experiences and push on. Now, while you are trying to push on or push forward, there are people that the enemy will send people to distract you. And we have seen it. And I'm talking reality to you. As I said, it's a reality show. It's not a show just talking out of my head. It's a reality show so that you can understand and you can identify what you have gone through. So let us look at self-reflection. People always like to send people's past into their faces. And I have a few examples to show you reality. Acknowledge your past experiences and mistakes as part of your journey. Reflect on them to understand what you learned and how you've grown. This can help you detach from any negative emotions associated with the past. And people, when you are able to do that, when your past is thrown into your face, you would be able to deal with it because you have already made peace with your past and you are going to push forward. Embrace imperfection. Understand that being human means making mistakes and facing challenges. Accept that nobody is perfect and your past actions don't determine your worth or potential. And this brings me, this just sends me to Shakari Richardson and to Shanice Butcher, because recently we realized how Shakari was basically bullied because we know she was doing so well, and then she was banned from taking part in the Olympics because of she using illegal substances, which is marijuana, right? And then we saw how she was acting a little crazy, ahead of herself, how she was behaving, and many people were not pleased with that. However, somebody in the shadows look upon Shakari Richardson with all her darkness and shone some light upon her. Many people are incapable of sharing light on somebody in their darkest hour. Their light would be to drag you down instead of giving you a push forward. They would prefer to take your situation, laugh at you, and drag you down. And then I look at Shakari Richardson, and I looked at this young lady's life, because I am, if you don't know, I'm going to tell you, I am a sports fanatic. And I am hoping that I could go to the Olympics in France next year. So if you want to sponsor, if you're listening to the sound of my voice and you want to sponsor my producer and I to go to France for the Olympics, please call us, please tell us. We would greatly appreciate it. Now, as going back to Shakari Richardson, somebody looked at her, and let me tell you, I used to read the documentaries, the articles, the comments from, supporters of different athletes, and what they used to say about Shakari Richardson broke my heart. But my son has something saying, my mother always roots for the underdogs. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I always root for the underdogs. Yes, we have our Julian Alfred, which I love dearly. And I always root for the underdog because this young lady went through so much. Dealing with, I think it's her mother's passing or whatever. And then her grandmother, is like her pillar. And, she was really in a bad place. But somebody, somewhere, Sean took that touchlight and flashed it on Shakari and said, girl, I'm going to get you back on your feet. And then she started coming back onto the scene. And I realized, okay, she's getting there slowly but surely. I looked at her, I'm like, okay, she's getting there. She started doing her little thing, and then she started winning races. But the sad thing? Even when somebody arises from the ashes, there are still people there to doubt them and kick them down. This is human nature. But you must never allow the naysayers to keep you down in the pit. You must always draw on your own personal strengths and those who embrace you and are there to support you. You lean on them for support. Embrace imperfection. Understand that being human means making mistakes and facing challenges. Accept that nobody is perfect and your past actions don't determine your worth or potential. I'm going deep tonight and I'm touching somebody's life tonight. Focus on the present. Focus on the present. Shift your focus from dwelling on the past to living in the present moment. The choices you make now and the actions you take today can shape your future. I am going to say that again for you. The choices you make now and the actions you take today can shape your future. And this is what Sha'Carri did. She realized, hey, somebody wants to help me. I'm in a dark place. I am going to do it. I am going to listen. I am going to change. And this girl is a force to be reckoned now with on the international stage. Set goals for the future, my people. Look forward and set achievable goals for yourself. Concentrate on what you want to become and how you can work towards it rather than being trapped by past regrets. Do not allow your past regrets, your past deeds to bottle you into a box. No. Leave them at the foot of God and come into a new being. Leave the old being behind and take on your new robe. Learn from your mistakes. Use your past mistake as valuable lessons. Recognize what went wrong, very important, and how you can make better choices moving forward. As you grow, as you mature, and as you have the right people around you, you would be able to push forward and leave those mistakes behind and be more level-headed to make better decisions, as exactly as what Sha'Carri Richardson did. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful lessons. Practice self-compassion. Many people are so hard on themselves. People, you must forgive yourself. When you forgive yourself, that is the only way you can move forward. You must be able to forgive yourself. Practice self-compassion. Be kind to yourself. Understand that everyone makes mistakes. And it is essential to treat yourself with some compassion, with the same compassion and understanding you would offer to a friend. It is so true. I love this. I'm loving this. It is so, so true. We would give our friends all the nice advice. We would be so compassionate towards them, love them. Why can't you love yourself? Excuse me, my people. Why can't you love yourself? You are the most important thing in the room. You. The same love, the same treatment, the same courtesy you would give to a friend, give it to yourself. You are just as important as your friend. Many people are trapped in the past because they refuse to forgive themselves. Forgive yourself and move on. Do not let your past define you. And this is what I said about Sha'Carri when she won that match on Sunday. This is what I said. I said, she is an example of not allowing her past to define her. And also we could say the same thing with Shanice Butcher, who has had, a rough past, but she has now decided, I have made peace with my past, which is good, and now she's ready to move forward. People are the ones holding your past against you. Not you. People are there like little imps to remind you Oh, you did this, you did that. But you must be compassionate to yourself, forgive yourself, and move on. And with this, I am going to take my second commercial break. Don't miss the Sohria Alexander Show every Monday and Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. on Liberty 92.3 FM and Flow Channel 119 Liberty TV. You can also watch live on Facebook and YouTube on Sohria Alexander channels or through the Liberty Media apps. Join us for captivating content and engage in discussion. Mark your calendars for an incredible experience.
Advertise with us today. Call us at 1758-715-9458 or email us at the Sohria Alexander Show at gmail.com. We will introduce your services, events, and products to a massive audience. Our radio, TV, Facebook, YouTube, and apps is going to boost your sales. Learn more at sohriaalexander.com/services.
So yes, my people, I hope you are enjoying the discussion. And as I've said before, share the live for those on social media. Share the live, tag your friends, and Radio Land, TV Land. Tell your people about it, about the show. You know, you can relax with me, and when it's 10, you know, you unwind and then you go to your bed. Surround yourself with positive influences. You must surround yourself with positive people. And this is something I always say. Always look for people who are going to drag you up with them. And not those who would say to you, you can't. Not those who would try to fight you down. Right? Because they do not want to see you do better than them. Or they do not want to see you excel and succeed. Always look for people that would encourage you. You could do it. Now, let me say something to you that may blow your mind. Sometimes you may have nobody to encourage you. You have to find it within yourself to encourage yourself to move forward and be positive. Sometimes you have to put on your blinders and say, hey, this is what I have to do. This is what I want to do. I am going to set my goals out and go out there to get it. If you want to see, or if you want to know, or if you want to read how many of those billionaires became successful, read their stories. Monies didn't just befall them. They started at the bottom and they work and they work and they work. Some of them got turned down 200 and something times. Now look at Starbucks. The guy is a multi-billionaire. You gotta be pushing and pushing. So don't be discouraged. Whatever you want to do in this life, if you find people are not supporting you, that's okay. Support yourself. Encourage yourself. And you will succeed. Let me tell you, to succeed, you have to keep pushing. You have to keep pushing. If not, you won't. So surround yourself with positive influences. Surround yourself with people who will uplift and support you. Positive influences can help you reinforce the idea that your past doesn't define your future. Challenge negative thoughts. That is something, those little thoughts that come, the little foxes that want to spoil the vine, that comes into your mind and trying to tell you, no, you cannot do that. They're like little imps. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. You will fail. You will fail. Nobody don't like you. Who you think you are? Rebuke them in Jesus' name and persevere. If you find yourself falling into negative thought patterns about your past, consciously challenge those thoughts. Replace them with positive affirmations and constructive thinking. Rebuke them in Jesus' name. If you're spiritual, that's what you gotta do. Rebuke them. And just shine the light of the Lord upon your brains, upon your mind. Purify your mind Those thoughts, those negative thoughts, you have no place in your life. And I keep telling you that. My children keep asking me, especially Akim keep asking me, Mommy, you never worry, you never this, you never worry about. I can't change anything. What I always tell myself, I'm going to live every day happy. This is what I have. I have now. Like I'm here with you now. I'm going to live this moment happy, talking with you, sharing with you. Live happy now. Forget the negative thoughts. Forget what you don't have or what you should have. Live in the now. But while you live in the now, you make plans to achieve. You make plans to achieve. Let that sink in. Now, sometimes your past can be very heavy, so you may seek professional help if needed. If you're struggling to let go of your past or dealing with traumatic experiences, consider seeking support from a therapist or counselor. They can provide guidance and techniques to help you move forward. Now, we have a problem in St. Lucia, and I think the Caribbean. I don't think the developed countries really have that problem. But we have this problem in St. Lucia where people believe, I don't need to see a therapist. I don't need to see a counselor. I don't need nobody to talk to me. Or sometimes you do. And it's the mindset. We need to change that thinking, that you sit and you allow them to help you. Because the end result is for you to move away from the past. The end result is for you to move forward. And sometimes it is very difficult for people to move forward. It is. I thank God for the tenacity, the will, the confidence, the go-getter, the strong-headed person he's made me to be. But not everybody's like that. Not everybody's like that, and some people need counseling. Even if you are very well put together, sometimes it's always good to sit and speak to somebody and, just wrap and hear things from a different perspective. If you're in a situation and then, you've not seen your way out, especially those who are seeking employment, especially those who are under financial stress or personal stresses, whatever, you may not have all the money, but sometimes the best thing to do, go for a walk. Go for a stroll, remove yourself from your environment to clear your head, and you'll see how you're going to feel better. Because this is what the enemy wants. The enemy wants you to dwell in your problems. The enemy wants you to dwell in your situation, making you believe there is no way out and the only way out is for you to go down. No, and this is why you have to pray. This is why you have to put your trust and confidence in God. Now, celebrate progress. Celebrate your growth. And this is what people don't want you to do. And if I even look at it on my page, if I post something, maybe of a progress or something I'm doing, you'll get the real nice ones sharing or come in and talk or congratulate you. The majority of people don't. If you don't clap for yourself, don't expect me to clap for you. Because you must first recognize your worth. You must first recognize that you are important. You must first recognize that you are valuable. You are wonderfully and fearfully made. And that you are of consequence. And clap for yourself. Clap for yourself. Because sometimes ain't nobody gonna clap for you. So celebrate your progress. Celebrate your growth and progress, no matter how small it may seem. Celebrate it. Every step you take towards a positive direction is a step away from the influence of your past. And there are people who would boldface come and try to destroy a new movement, a new business idea, a new something you're trying to do. They will come. The devil will send them to try to destroy it and tell them, you are nothing, you are not worthy. What are you doing? You have to rebuke the enemy and he shall flee from you. I am giving you solid and good food tonight. Celebrate yourself. If you don't celebrate yourself, who is going to celebrate you? If you don't celebrate yourself, who is going to? I celebrate every little thing on my Facebook page. I put it. I celebrate. Some people telling you, oh, you're not even supposed to you're not supposed to celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. Celebrate yourself. Clap for yourself. You may not, you have a small win. You have a small win. You may not be able to maybe go to a fancy restaurant. Buy a little $3 ice cream. Sit by the square. If it's by your lonesome, sit by the Derek Walcott Square with your little ice cream. Well, my favorite ice cream. Now I'm telling you all my business. So when Christmas come, although I'm not supposed to be drinking milk, but I'm a milk person. I like vanilla ice cream. My God, when we're going to buy ice cream, Akim is like, I mean, you really like vanilla. So sometimes I have to take vanilla for myself, and then I buy some of the ice cream for him so he can, get home and stuff. So I would sit down. You have a little win. You don't have $1,000 to go and do expensive dinner, invite people. Buy a little ice cream cone, right? Go buy one of the ice cream carts, or I know there's a nice ice cream place opposite the square. You go, and I like soursop ice cream too. You buy your little ice cream and you take it, you sit underneath the gazebo at the Derek Walcott Square. You cross your leg and you enjoy your ice cream. You celebrate your small wins. Celebrate your small wins. You sit by the square and you eat it, and then you drink your little water. You can sit down there, watch the little pigeons, flying. They just have dogs, stray dogs, there too. You can watch people. They have people there. Sometimes the people would talk to you. You don't know them. They would talk to you, real friendly vibe. And you just watch people walking by. Celebrate yourself. Do not let social media fool you with all the fancy clothes, all the fancy shoes, all the fancy meals, all the going here to parties, all the going there. No, keep your head down. Keep your head down. Continue working on yourself, because the past is the past, but the future is great. Take your ice cream. Enjoy it. Now, if you can afford a little piece of cake, I myself love cake. I have a weakness for cake. People, all the bad things. I like cake. I like ice cream. I have my nice slice of cake and enjoy it. Enjoy it. Celebrate you. Now, I am just going to show you, I baked some banana bread. As I say to you, I always show to you what I do. You understand what I do? I'm just going to show you my nice banana bread I baked. Now, what I'm going to do, a lot of people ask me for recipes because I like to cook. I like to bake. I like to do a lot of stuff. People ask me if I'm selling them stuff. I'm like, no, I'm just doing it for myself, because cooking is a lot, baking is a lot. So what I could do for you, I can put the recipes on my Buy Me a Coffee platform, and you'd get all the recipes, and you just purchase the recipes for $3 US. Simple, $3 US. So you have all the recipes and you can enjoy them. So celebrate it. Celebrate it. And this is what people have to understand. Do not try to do what you cannot do. Do not try to do what you cannot do. So let me show you Sha'Carri Richardson win.
And they're straight away, and Svoboda does get a good start. Jackson alongside her. Now Sha'Carri Richardson in full stride. She will get to the line, and she will take the win, beating Jackson over the final 20 meters. They say it's a photo finish, Otto, but that is Sha'Carri Richardson's race, and she has won it.
I think this matchup lived up to the billing because Jackson and Sha'Carri Richardson fought all the way to the line. So in a little bit of a World Championships preview, Sha'Carri Richardson keeps it going and has now notched 2 wins over the World Championship silver medalist and the world leader from this year.
Honestly, I just came out here, had some fun, great competition. All of the ladies in the race are amazing. And just, keep lining up, keep perfecting my craft, and keep going. Thank y'all, I'm having fun. Peace, love, and light. Mwah.
They counted her out, but she proved them wrong. We all love Sharika, Jackson, Shelly, and all of them, but I'm focused on this young lady because of what she has gone through. Do not give up. Sometimes it may look like it is very hard coming out of your mess, but your message is going to be greater than your mess. And the final video I'm going to show you is another young lady that had a past, but she created a message out of her mess.
The top 4 placements. Congratulations to all of you. Your third runner-up with a total of 535.5 points is Miss Leanna Lewis.
Miss Pierre Marcel, congratulations. Third runner-up, Leanna Lewis, Miss Pierre Marcel. Second runner-up, with a total of 584.5 points, Miss Bernelle St. Rose, Miss BOSL Digital.
All right, we move on to the first runner-up position. And in the event the newly crowned queen cannot complete her reign, the first runner-up will take over. So you can spread some marbles on the stage. First runner-up. All right, the first runner-up with a total of 597 points goes to Janae Perrineau, Miss Fix. Okay, so we're ready to crown our new 2023 Carnival Queen. Congratulations to the winner. We will give the winner our fullest support. She fought very hard tonight. So your Carnival Queen for 2023 with 599.5 points, Miss Shanice Butcher!
Congratulations to all the contestants. The 2023 National Carnival Queen will wear the stunning crown courtesy of Anthony's Jewelers and will receive a full scholarship to study in Morocco courtesy of the Moroccan Embassy in St. Lucia and a cash prize of $20,000. A full year of skincare from Dermalogics, Fashion Block, $500 shopping spree.
And this is what you call with Sha'Carri Richardson and Shanice Butcher turning your mess into a message. I hope this show inspires inspired at least one person. I hope this show cause you to reflect on your own life, celebrate your life, celebrate you, your small wins, your big wins. Remember, if everybody around you do not clap for you, clap for yourself.